Hi guys, it's Graham again and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be part one of what is probably going to become a multi-part series on my channel, and I'm calling it the Lockdown Book Haul. I have done virtually nothing but buy books online for the last 3 weeks since becoming a virtual shut-in because of the coronavirus lockdown that we are currently in the midst of. This one finger has had more exercise in the last 3 weeks than my entire body has in the last 33 years. Click, click, click. I have 5 books to show you today. There are many more still in the post to arrive, so that I'll be returning with many more editions of the Lockdown Book Haul. The first book that I'm going to show you is absolutely stunning, and I got it from Sussex Books, which is an Instagram bookshop, and I am obsessed with that page. Absolutely obsessed. It is this gorgeous 1894 edition of the Aesop's Fables, and it is illustrated by Richard Healey. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I am absolutely there for it. It's so Art Nouveau, it's just ridiculously gorgeous, and it has some very good fables, and I'm absolutely over the moon with it. It's just beautiful. So that's book number one of the many. The next book that I'm going to show you is a book that I have been hankering after for ages, and I could never find an edition that was nice enough, that I could afford, or that I was willing to spend the money on. So when I found this one, it's second hand, but I don't think it's been read. I snapped it up. It's Practical Magic by Alice Hoffman. I mean, look at it. It's just beautiful. This book is so expensive online, I think because it's so popular. But yeah, I'm just so happy to have this. There wasn't a synopsis on the Fables book, but there is on this one, so I will read you the synopsis. For more than 200 years, the Owens women had been blamed for everything that went wrong in their Massachusetts town, and Gillian and Sally endured that fate as well. As children, the sisters were forever outsiders. Taunted, talked about, pointed at, their elderly aunts almost seemed to encourage the whispers of witchery, with their musty house and their exotic concoctions and their crowd of black cats. But all Gillian and Sally wanted was to escape. One would do so by marrying, and the other by running away, but the bonds they shared, even into adulthood, brought them back, almost as if by magic. I can't wait to get to this, and I will get to this because we're going to be locked down for goodness knows how long. So, the perfect kind of book to read, and I'm excited to get to it. The next one is another Alice Hoffman that I didn't know existed, but when I read about it I thought, yeah, I have to have that. It's called Incantation, and this sounds really quite intriguing as well. I will read you the back of the book. Catalina and I were so close, nothing could come between us. We thought about our futures, how they twined around each other, as if we were two strands of a single braid of fate. We thought nothing would ever change. I don't like the way you look at Andres, Catalina said. Soon after that, the betrayals and the burnings began. That sounds awesome, and I look forward to it. The next one I've already done a video for on my channel, and I will link that down below. It's The Animals at Lockwood Manor by Jane Healey. I am so excited by this. The book itself is a thing of absolute beauty. That's the back. The end papers are feathers, and they're just gorgeous. And it sounds absolutely intriguing. I shall read you the back, or the inside cover. August 1939, 30-year-old Hetty Cartwright is tasked with the evacuation and safekeeping of the Natural History Museum's collection of mammals. Once she and her exhibits arrive at Lockwood Manor, however, where they are where they are to stay for the duration of the war, Hetty soon realises that she's taken on more than she's bargained for. Protecting her charges from the irascible Lord Lockwood and resentful servants is work enough, but when some of the animals go missing, and worse, Hetty begins to suspect someone, or something, is stalking her through the darkened corridors of the house. As the disasters mount, Hetty finds herself falling under the spell of Lucy, Lord Lockwood's beautiful but clearly haunted daughter. But why is Lucy so traumatised? Does she know something she's not telling? And is there any truth to local rumours of ghosts and curses? Part love story, part mystery, The Animals at Lockwood Manor by Jane Healey is a gripping and atmospheric tale of family madness, long-buried secrets, and hidden desires. If that doesn't make you want to read this immediately, I'm not entirely sure what will. I'm excited to get to this, and like the others, I will probably manage, because we're stuck in the house forever, it seems. And the last one for this video that I've got to show you is it was a recommendation from the shopkeeper of a lovely little shop in Edinburgh called Typewronger Books. I can't remember the gentleman's name. I think it might be Tim or Tom. If I'm wrong, I will pop it down here somewhere. I will find out in the editing process. Yes. So it is by J.J. Abrams and Doug Dorst, and it is called The Ship of Theseus by V.M. Straka, but it's not. It's J.J. Abrams and Doug Dorst. Now this is a bit of a strange one, actually. It's full of little sort of bits and bobs and like things like this, and it seems very strange, like little postcards and notes and note paper, and all this stuff is meant to be here. I shall read you the back of the slipcase. One book, two readers, a world of mystery, menace and desire. A young woman picks up a book left behind by a stranger. Inside it are his margin notes, which reveal a reader entranced by the story and by its mysterious author. She responds with notes of her own, leaving the book for the stranger, and so begins an unlikely conversation that plunges them both into the unknown. The book. Ship of Theseus, the final novel by a prolific but enigmatic writer named V.M. Straka, in which a man with no past is shanghaied onto a strange ship with a monstrous crew and launched on a disorientating and perilous journey. The writer, Straka, the incendiary and secretive subject of one of the world's greatest mysteries, a revolutionary about whom the world knows nothing, apart from the words he wrote and the rumours that swirl around him. The readers, Jennifer and Eric, a college senior and a disgraced grad student, both facing crucial decisions about who they are, who they might become, and how much they're willing to trust one another. How they're willing to trust another person with their passions, hurts, and fears. Conceived by filmmaker J.J. Abrams and written by award-winning novelist Doug Dorst, is the chronicle of two readers finding each other in the margins of a book and enmeshing themselves in a deadly struggle between forces they don't understand. It is also Abrams and Dorst's love letter to the written word. And I am so excited to get to it because, like I say, it's full of little pieces and bits and bobs, and I think it kind of plays into like obviously the story. It's like the two people are having a conversation about the book and they're leaving notes for each other, and it really yeah, I find it really quite interesting. I mean, there's a postcard from Brazil. Here is another postcard from Brazil, and they all have like notes on the back, and it's brilliantly laid out actually. I'll pop this down here. I'll remember the page that it's from. So you've got the text, obviously from the book that the author has written, and then all these. I don't even know where that came from, and then the notes that the two students have made. I find it really quite interesting, and I'll need to find out where that came from because it won't make sense if I don't know where. Yeah. So and yeah. That made no sense. Thank you so much for watching. Whatever you're doing, I hope you have so much fun doing it. Whatever you're reading, I hope you love it. Stay fabulous, be amazing, be yourself, stay safe, wash your hands. We'll get through this. We will. It will be a while, but we'll get through it. We can do it together. We can do it. I'll see you again soon for another video. Bye bye.